Hey everyone, welcome to the Mindful Makeup Collective. My name is Sphera and we're kicking off this journey with my 2025 makeup inventory. I'm doing this for a few reasons. First, to take stock of what I own, and secondly, to really appreciate what's in my collection. Because if you're anything like me, which you probably are if you're watching this, I have a little too much of everything and I want to make the most of what's in my makeup bag, aka my makeup cupboard. So that's the goal behind this. I have three goals this year. Number one, to get into project panning. I have never done a project pan and I suspect I'm not going to do very well in that regard, but I have to start somewhere. Second, to shop my stash and use what I have. I want to rediscover my old favorites, or what I thought were my old favorites, but I've noticed that they've slowly made their way to the back of the makeup drawer. So I want to pull those out again. And thirdly, I want to get into a low buy mindset this year. I'm limiting myself to 12 makeup products, and we'll get into that in another video. But these are the three things that I really want to accomplish this year. So in this video, I'm going to count everything that I have in my makeup collection, from lipsticks to eyeshadows. And if I'm feeling really ambitious, samples as well. Because if you know, right? Some of these samples, they are so hard to finish. So maybe I'll track them too. Let's see. So if you're also on a journey to be more mindful with makeup, please do hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up so that we can go through this process together. I'd love to have you along for the ride, so let's get started. So I have three primers. I have the sample size of the Professional. I'm counting this because I've used it for about a month and there's still quite a bit of it, so therefore I'm adding it. It counts. I have the NARS Pore and Shine Control Primer. And the third one I have is the Smashbox Original Photo Finish Smooth and Blur. I've used this before and this is actually great. I tend to not use primer that much, but this is the one that's actually been my favorite so far. Now, this is an excellent lesson on never buying foundation or complexion products online, because as you can see, I have two from LYS, I have two from NARS, and the annoying thing is that they still are not a good match for my skin color. This is too light and this is too dark. And both of these are really light. So this is the NARS light reflecting foundation. I have this in M3 Stromboli 3.5 Vanuatu. Now these two are too light. And then I also have this skin tint, and it's fine. It's something between a matte and a shiny glow. It looks very natural. The problem is the color doesn't work for me. This is 6W. I'm not going to swatch this because it's not worth it. And I do have a fifth complexion product coming in. It's the Lisa Eldridge Skin Tint. And that's a replacement because I finished my older one. This is my concealer collection. Now, if things look a little dusty, crusty, please ignore that. It's just a sign of use. So the first thing I have here is the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Vitamin CC Stick. This is supposed to be a corrector and it comes in only one color, I believe, and I don't like it at all. This really does nothing for me, but I've been trying to use it up just to get it out of my collection. And I have here the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade 34S Medium Sand, and the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Medium 1.5 Macadamia. Now this is another case of going to the store, making sure that you swap the colors to make sure that it's right for you. I ordered these two online and they are not a perfect match for me. I still make it work, but it takes more effort. So to sort of counteract that, I have this MAC Studio Fix Conceal and Correct palette. Oops. Ooh. Okay, let me just put it that way. Yeah, so this is the MAC Conceal and Correct palette. You get 4 shades here and you've got 2 correctors. This is mid yellow, this is mid peach. This is in the shade medium. And I basically just sort of mix and match the colors I want to correct and conceal the areas that I need. During the winter time, I've actually used this as a concealer as well. Same thing, just using a bigger brush, mix and matching all of the colors I need, dabbing it onto my hand first before placing it on my skin, and it actually works pretty well. So this is my concealer collection. So this is my pressed and loose powder collection. I'll start off with my favorite, which is the Givenchy Prism Libre. This is in the shade number 3, and this is in the old formulation. Another favorite of mine is the Guerlain Meteorites. It's in the shade 03 Warm, and this is everything that I want makeup to be. It comes in such a cute little keepsake tin, and it's got a powder puff as well. And the moment you open up the puff, you get this wonderful scent just wafting through. I know a lot of people don't really like scent in their makeup, but in this particular case, I adore it. It's just part and parcel of the whole, whole packaging. I have 2 of these By Terry products. I got them as a free sample with purchase, and they're essentially the same. It's just that this is in the loose powder format and this is pressed powder. This is called the Hyaluronic Hydra Powder, and it's very, very finely milled. I haven't used this at all, so I can't tell you my thoughts on it. Oh. But I hope to use this up in a project pan soon, and this is just the pressed powder version of it. It's actually quite nice. I do take this out with me sometimes when I need to carry my little purse, so this is great. The other loose powder I have is this one from MAC Studio Fix. This is also a sample. It's the Pro Set and Blur Weightless Loose Powder, and I have used this consistently for 2 months and there's still quite a bit of product left. And that's why sometimes it kind of makes sense to add a sample in your makeup inventory, because I've been using this for 2 months, as I mentioned, and that is 2 months I've taken out of my favorite powders use. So that's why it's also important to count something like this. So the next one is the LYS Triple Fix Translucent Setting Powder. I have this little baby beauty blender that I use with it. This is my go-to powder of late, and I keep this in my purse always. I have 2 other pressed powders. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Brightening Under Eye Powder, if I can get it open. Oops. Yeah, so I dropped it some time ago, and as you can see, the flakes of it still all over the place, so just ignore that. And this is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Micro Finishing Press Powder. Yeah. So these 2 are actually quite nice. My goal is to finish this off this year, because as you can see, it's crumbling and I really don't want to deal with all of these little flakes that come off of it. So I'm going to put this in the project pan this year, and this is also pretty good. I've not had a chance to really get into it, but I hope to do so this year. These are my standalone bronzers. This is the only cream bronzer I have. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Sun Kiss Glow in the shade medium. Ooh, it's hard to open up. I've scraped a part of it because I needed to put it into my traveling palette, so hence the little dip in there. I have the Kosas Sun Glow bronzer in the shade Beachy. And the other powder bronzer I have is from LYS. This is the No Limits matte bronzer in the shade Harmony. My nail has chipped, so just please ignore this, this annoyance. Now, these are my blushes. I've got 3 face palettes, so we'll start with that. This is the Hourglass Ambient Light in the shade, I think it's called Medium. So you've got a couple of highlighters, you've got 1 bronzer and 3 blushes. Oops, I'll put this here. I have the Charlotte Tilbury. I have 2 of their quads actually, the face quads. This is the Pillow Talk Beautifying Face Palette in the shade, is it Fair Medium? Yeah. So this is gorgeous. Anytime I want to feel really put together, I just automatically reach out for Charlotte Tilbury. This is my favorite though of the lot. This is the Nude Gasm, and it's got 2 highlighters, but I tend to use them as blush. It's got a bronzer and a contour color. This is the only contour shade that I have in my entire collection. So as you can see, I've already hit a bit of pan in it. So yay. I have 2 RMS blushes. This is in the shade Mai Tai and this is in the shade Sangria. I don't use this a lot, frankly speaking. I find the colors to not suit me that well, especially Sangria. I think it's a little too deep for me. And this is Mai Tai. Yeah, sorry about the lighting, guys. This is the only time I've been able to capture some sort of sunlight. So that's why lighting might not be the best. So I have 2 NARS blushes. They are also one of my favorites. This is in the shade Luster, which is this gorgeous orange, but very, very light orange. Oops. And this is in the shade Taj Mahal. This is the Hourglass Vanish Stick Blush, or Vanish Blush Stick, sorry, in the shade Devoted. I love this, but this doesn't stay on my face for as long as I would like. This is my favorite blush during the winter time. It just adds such a wonderful glow to the skin. This is the Say Do blush in the shade Spicy. I've unfortunately broken the top of the cover, but the integrity of the product is still intact. So this is absolutely fine. I have 1 Rare Beauty blush in the shade Nearly Apricot, and I don't like this at all. I don't like the shade. I don't like the consistency. It doesn't last on my skin whatsoever. The reason you see so much of it used up is because I am hate panning this blush. I want to get it out of my collection, so I'm trying to go through it as quickly as I can. I have 1 more Hourglass Ambient Light blush in the shade At Night. Really like that as well. I have a blush from Illamasqua. This is the Color Veil in the shade Tonic. I got this at half price. Okay, guys, I don't know if you just saw that, but it fell out of its container, which is such a shame because this is new to my collection. So that's really annoying. I'm just going to clean up and get back. Finally, I have 3 blushes from Nude Sticks. 2 of them are, I mean, they call them matte, but to be honest, I still think they have a little bit of shine to them. And this is Matte Luxe, which honestly, don't ask me what the difference is because I don't know. This is in the shade Dolce Darling. And This shade is kind of similar to the Say Spicy. I do prefer the Say Spicy, but if I want something less dewy, I would go for this shade. I have Moody Blue. This is one of those purple blushes that actually settle down as pink. And lastly, I have Picante. Hey everyone, just jumping in quickly to add these 3 blushes which I forgot to showcase in my video yesterday. This one is from Fui. I think that's how it's pronounced. It's a Korean beauty company and this is in the shade Baddie. I got this as a gift from one of my closest friends and it's got that sort of putty texture to it that makes a lot of these blushes go viral. The color is actually quite nice. I don't know why it's not swatching. Okay, there you go. Then I have the Rare Beauty blush in the shade Encourage. And I have this cute little mini tart blush. It's the Amazonian Clay blush in the shade Pate. I got this as a free gift with purchase. Now these are my brow products. I have the Benefit Precisely My Brown Pencil in the shade 4.5. Now this is a hair lighter than what I would like. So once I finish this, I'm going to get a darker shade. I have 2 Anastasia products. This is the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, which as it says, it's clear. And I have the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Medium Brown. And my all-time favorite brow gel, this is from Rare Beauty. This is the Brow Harmony Flexible Lifting Gel. so that's quite a mouthful for, essentially what is clear gel. And these are my favorite. I have 2 because I needed to purchase one when I'm traveling, but I know I'm about to finish them. So that's fine. Now this from MAC, these are actually eyeshadows. This is in the shade Espresso and this is in the shade Cork. Espresso I find to be a perfect color match for my brows. It's got a bit of hard pan out there which I'll just sort of scrape through. And Cork I essentially just use as an eyeshadow, but I tend to use this more as a eyebrow color, hence it's part of my eyebrow collection. This is my mascara collection. I have 1 sample from Tarte. This is the Man-Eater Voluptuous Mascara. I haven't opened it. Hopefully I'll use it this year. I have 2 of the MAC Stack mascara. This is in the color black. This is my favorite mascara for volumizing my lashes and to just make my eyes open up. I have the Benefit Bad Gal Bang Waterproof Mascara and I use this for my lower lashes to really lengthen them. So this is wonderful. Now these 2 are my holy grail mascara. I recommend them to anyone who has, those super straight Asian lashes that just don't hold a curl no matter whatever you do. This does. This one is called Dear Dahlia and it's the Paradise Dream Lash Volumizing Mascara. I believe this is a Korean brand. It's also on Sephora. And I have this Japanese brand called Heroin Make, or is it Heroin Make? This is the Long Up Mascara Super Waterproof. They keep your lashes curled no matter what. I use this as the first step. Well, first step is actually curling my lashes, but after that, this is the first thing that goes onto my lashes. And if I want to build volume, I'll just add the MAC Stack or I'll add the Bad Girl Benefit Mascara. So definitely keep a lookout for them. Lastly, I have the Shu Uemura Mascara. I don't like it, does nothing for me. I bought this on a whim and I have to figure out a way to finish this because I don't like it. But I'm not going to declutter it. So these are my eye pencils and a few of my primers. Now this is a problem area for me. As you can see, I have too many eye pencils, but I would like to argue that they are all unique, which is what someone who is addicted to eye pencils would say, but bear with me. Oh, sorry, I just realized I forgot one, so let me just open it. Okay, now it's complete. So I have the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. I think that's what it's called because the text has rubbed off. I love this. I also have the Lisa Eldridge Liquid Silk Liquid Eyeshadow. I use this as a primer, hence it's part of this file. I got this as a free sample. This is the Fenty Beauty Soft Matte Foundation, but the color does not suit me at all, so I rather just use it as a primer. Now these are my black/gray eye pencils. I have the Dior Show Stylo in the shade black. I've got two of them. This is about to finish, hence I have a backup. This, without a doubt, is my favorite pencil formula ever, because this is the only thing that actually doesn't smudge. I have tried everything from drugstore to luxury, and somehow this, along with another brand that I'll take you through, this is the only thing that stays on my waterline without smudging. So therefore, this is my ride or die. I have the Makeup Forever Aqua Resist pencil in the shade, I think it's called Iron. So this is more gray than black. So this is also unique to my collection. This is a liquid liner from Kate Tokyo. It's got an absolutely fine nib. That's why I like it. It's not as dark, but it still does the job. I have the Lisa Eldridge shade in Black Treacle. That's nice, it's creamy, but I find it tends to smudge. And this is the other brand whose eyeliners never smudge on me. This is the Chanel Paris in the shade 42, Gris Graphite. This is a beautiful shiny gray, or silvery gray, I should say. Well, it depends on the light that it catches. And then I have the Natasha Denona gel liner working set, which I'm yet to use, but this is the only gel pot liner that I have. Now, the reason I have all of my pencil liners tied up in a rubber band is because it's easier for me to look for them when I'm looking for a particular color. So this is all black, this is all brown, this is all blue, this is all green, so on and so forth. So it helps me keep track of my pencils, especially when I'm in a rush. I don't have to rummage around. So this works for me. These are my browns. I'm not going to swatch all of them because then we'll be here forever. Oops. So I've got two of the Sephora pencils. One is in Tiramisu, one is in Flirting Game. I have two of the Lisa Eldridge in Burnt Umber and Ground Coffee. I have a Makeup Forever Aqua Resist ink color in the shade Matte Wood. I can't open it, so forget it. And then this is a brand from India, Shamba. This is actually quite a beautiful color. Okay, I will swatch this one only. It's got a beautiful brown with flecks of gold in it. Sorry, now you can see it. So that's quite a beautiful shade. And lastly, I have another Makeup Forever Aqua Resist color pencil in the shade Sienna. So I'll also swatch this. That's a beautiful color. Now for the greens, this is from the same Indian brand, Shamba. This also is a beautiful sort of olive green with flecks of gold in it. Now this is the Lisa Eldridge pencil in Renaissance Gold. And to be honest, I actually prefer the Shamba version to hers. As you can see, hers is a bit more brown than green. Oops, there's a bit of hair. Hers is more brown than green. And I find that this other green from Shamba is more striking on my eye. This is another Shamba color in Peacock Blue. It says Peacock Blue, but I think it's more green than that. I have another Sephora 12-hour colorful eye pencil in the shade Fresh Mint. There you go. And then, oh yeah, I have another Shamba color in the shade Dark Green. Now the reason I bought all of these pencils from this relatively unknown brand called Shamba is because they were so cheap. I was traveling and I just wanted a really colorful pencil. And since they didn't cost that much, I decided to give them a try. So these are the greens. I said I wouldn't swatch them, but oh well, here you go. Now the blues. This is the Dior Show On Stage Crayon in the shade blue. This also does not fade at all on me, which I love. I love that color. Then I've got another, I don't know what brand this is. I think this is Shamba as well. I don't know, but it's a blue. It's some form of blue. It's got a bit of shine to it, which is what I like. And then, okay, this is another Shamba color in Royal Blue. Yep. And this is another Shamba color in Purple Haze. Now this I love. This is such a beautiful color that looks so good on my eye. It's a shift between blue and purple, very unique. So as you can see, I have a lot of pencils, but they all have different shades to them. There's something very different about each of the colors that I have. Therefore, I find myself compelled to try to use them all and not declutter any of them. This, I don't even know where this is from, but this is the only sort of silvery white shade that I have, and I use this for my waterline. Now I have a crayon from Makeup Forever. It's the Aqua Resist Smoky Shadow in the shade For Jungle. And this is okay. It's for some, I mean, the color is beautiful, but it tends to fade off after some time. But I still want to make it this work because it is a lovely shade. And finally, I have these two shadow sticks from Stila. This is the Stay All Day graphic liner. And I haven't really heard people talk about this, which is quite surprising because they're actually quite wonderful. This is in the shade Tango, and it's a black shade with flecks of silver in it. And this other shade, which is my favorite, this is Mambo. It's a beautiful purple, absolutely unique again in my collection. So these are my eye pencil collections. And as you can see, they're all very, very unique. Yes, I know I didn't swatch the brown and I didn't really swatch the blacks, but trust me when I say they're all really unique. These are my setting sprays. I have the MAC Prep and Prime in Rosé. I have this in the travel size as well. I got this as free gift with purchase. This is almost over. This is my holy grail, the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I love this so much that I have a backup, and I have another backup in the form of a travel set. Now on days when I really want my makeup to stay put, because it gets really hot and humid where I am, I like to spray on a layer of this, let it dry, and then finish it off with the One Size On Till Dawn mattifying waterproof spray. I have a bigger version of this somewhere. I can't seem to find it. This is the travel version. And these two combined are absolutely killer. Your makeup will not move. I learned this through Nikki LaRose on YouTube. Definitely check her out. So we have here my lipstick collection. Now this is a problem area. A problem area unlike my eyeliner collection, because I actually don't wear that much lipstick, frankly speaking, but I seem to have an inordinate amount of them, including lip liners, which again, I kind of tend to forget to actually wear lip liner, yet I have, what is this? I have 6 of them. This is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I got this for free, so it's not that bad, but I have 6 liners and a couple of samples and quite a few lipsticks. So let's go into this. Oh, I'm already feeling really overwhelmed just looking at this collection. So let's start with the lip balms first. I have the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask in the shade Berry. I have this. I have the Nude Sticks Hydropeptide Lip Butter. The Lano Lips. I think I have 2 of them. Yep, one in Banana Balm and one in Glazed Donut. I know I have a strawberry one. I just can't seem to find it. So I think these are the lip balms. I have 2 lip glosses. One is from Lisa Eldridge in the shade Dancing Rose. The other one is from Fenty Beauty, which I can't seem to find as well. So that's one. I have 3 products that are sort of a lipstick / lip balm hybrid. One is from Illamasqua. It's in the shade Cocktail. It's a very pretty color. It's got a big bold red stripe in the middle. And the other 2 are from Lisa Eldridge. I forgot what they're called. I think they're called the Balm Embrace. And I have them in Sweet Fig and Meet Cute. And the colors are quite similar to one another. If you have one, you don't need the other. They don't provide very intense hydration, but they give a soft, coloring to your lips when you just need a hint of it. So that's nice. I have 4 MAC lipsticks. Yeah, just 4. These are really, really old. I think more than 4 years old, but I still use them a lot. And this, in fact, is one of my favorite lip formulas. It's in the shade, what is it? 114 Cereal Satin. And it reminds me a lot of, sorry, I'll try opening it. It reminds me a lot of the Korean style lip colors that we get. I love it. I cannot find a shade that matches this perfectly. So this I'm going to keep until it runs foul of me. And then I've got these other lipsticks. This again, I don't think is in the market anymore. It's called Liptensity in the shade Marsala. This is the color right here. And I've got 2 other shades. One is called Party Line and Rebel. I don't like Rebel at all. It doesn't suit my skin color. I've cut it out to sort of mix and match with another lipstick. So I've turned it into a sort of Frankenstein lipstick, but that's why it looks, it's split in half. And then same with this one, Party Line. I've tried to mix them together. Not going to swatch them because frankly speaking, I'm losing steam. I'm getting really tired. So we'll do the swatching another day. Okay, more Lisa Eldridge. As you can see, they are my favorite lipstick formulas. Says someone who doesn't wear that much lipstick, but I adore them. My favorite from her line are the velvet lipsticks, and I have, I think, quite a few of them, and they're sort of mixed in there with some of the other formulas. I can't remember them at the top of my head right now, but let's just go through a few of them. This is Atomic Cherry. This is the shade Wonder Wheel. These are the three velvet lip colors that I own. This is Velvet Dragon. This is Velvet Sorcery. I don't like Velvet Sorcery. I know a lot of people really love them, but I don't know if I got a bad batch because this looks really, really dark brown on me, and not even a nice dark brown, just a really, really muddy dark brown. I still tried to work this. I mixed this with brighter colors to tone down the brightness of the other shades. But yeah, that was Velvet Sorcery. And the other velvet lipstick I have is Velvet Cinnabar, which I love. I love this color. It's beautiful. This is Sunday Matinee and Love of My Life. They're both shades of pink. This is the shade Kitten Mischief. And lastly, I have this gorgeous shade called Lisa. This is my favorite pink color from her. What else? Oh yes, I do have her Velveteen lipstick as well in the shade Muse. I love this. This is also one of my favorite lipsticks from her and in one of my favorite shades. This goes with anything and everything. I love it. Now these are a couple of samples I received. This is the Sugar Tinted Lip Treatment. It's sort of like a balm. I don't like it at all. It's not hydrating enough for me, but I'm trying to finish it off this month. This is from Amuse Jelly Ever After Gel Fig Tint. It's in the shade Oak Fig. This is a Korean brand, so I'm looking forward to trying this out. This is also from the same company, Amuse, in a different shade. It's in Korean, so I don't know what this is, but I like this color. I have two samples from Dear Dahlia. They are beautiful. One is in the shade Hope. The other is in the shade Melon. I'll swatch them quickly for you. This is Hope. And this is Melon. So they have a blurring effect to them, and the staying power of these two lipsticks is unbelievable. They last all day and they give my lips such a soft muted look, which I absolutely love. And I'm glad I got them as free samples because they have lasted me a while. I didn't even realize I had this. This is a Rare Beauty sample. It's a lip balm. Take this out. Oh, cute. It's a cute little lip balm. I'm going to keep this out. And I have two Charlotte Tilbury samples in the shade Stoned Pose. Stoned Rose. Really cute. Like I said, guys, just ignore this annoying smudged nail polish. I'll clean it up later. I have the Viral Clinique, what's it called? Black Honey. Lovely. I have one Bobbi Brown lipstick in the shade Parisian Red. I absolutely love this. I love this so much. I deposited it into my traveling lip palette, which basically looks like this. And we're not going to look at this right now because it's too much work, but it's a beautiful shade of red that I can't find anywhere, frankly speaking. This is a wonderful, wonderful color, very unique. I have these lip crayons from a company called Color Bar. I really like them. They're actually pretty reasonable compared to the cost of most of these lipsticks out here. And the reason I bought so many is because I just wanted to try all of the shades out. They have a range of reds. Like for example, this is number 3 Trick. It's a beautiful dark purpley red. This is a classic red called Prank. This is number 2 Sabotage. This reminds me of Lisa Eldridge's velvet color, Duchess, I think it's called. Something Duchess. It looks like that. This is a dark pink called Delivery. These are the 3 tawny shades. Number 6, this is Stunt. Number 13, Leap. It's got a hint of pink to that shade. And lastly, number 5, Outrage. So as you can see, very lovely colors, very different in terms of depth. They are all creamy. They last quite a long time on the lips, and I couldn't help myself. I had to get it. Now these are my lip liners. I have 7 actually. 3 from Lisa Eldridge. These are, this is Dragon, this is Cinnabar, this is Sorcery, and I bought them to basically complement the 3 velvet lipsticks that I have. This is from a brand called Nika in India. This is in the shade Pillow Fight and Just Bitten. I don't like them at all. They don't really stay. So, meh. This is the Sephora lip liner to go in the shade Light Brown. And lastly, I have an unopened lip liner from Anastasia in the shade Rosewood. I got this as a free gift with purchase, so I've not opened it yet. This is my lipstick, lip gloss, lip balm, lip liner collection. This is an area I am going to have problem with, seeing that I don't use it that much. I'm trying various systems. I'm trying to depot them into these little travel palettes, and it has helped somewhat. Because I can mix and match and create colors that I like, and this has helped me to use up some of my lipsticks, but I need to figure out a way to consume them a lot more. Okay, so we're finally at the last segment. We're at the home stretch, and I'm saying this more for my sake than for you guys watching, because I am exhausted, okay? I cannot wait to have a glass or 3 of wine after this is over. So anyway, let's get to it. So these are my single shadows mixed with smaller palettes. Let's go to the bigger ones first. I have 3 Pat McGrath Mothership palettes. I love them. I cannot justify the full price. Wait for a sale. This one is the first one, Mothership 1, Subliminal. This is Mothership 3, I think, Subversive, and this is Mothership 6, Midnight Sun. So I love them. Very unique to my collection. I don't have anything like this. Love them forever. Push them to the side. Now let's go through this rack out here. I've got the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glam to Go shadow. I love this size. It is so cute and perfect for quick on the go looks. This is the NARS Summer Unrated palette. I also really like this a lot, except for the really chunky glitters that are here. I don't like that. What else? This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Rose Metals. Love that. Don't wear enough of it. This is the only Juvia's Place palette that I have. It's called the Magic Mini. It's got a lot of colorful shadows. Some of the formula isn't my favorite, but it works. The color payoff is really good, and that's all that matters. These are my Natasha Denona palettes. This is the I Need a Warm. This is I Need a Nude. I prefer I Need a Warm to I Need the Nude. I don't think it shows up that well on my skin tone. Then I have the Retro palette. I have the Retro Glam palette. And lastly, I have the Yucca palette. I have 3 Lisa Eldridge palette. This is in Vega. This is Myth. I know a lot of people did not like this when it first came out. It does have issues with hard panning, but this is the first palette that made me fall in love with purple tones. And now that is all I want to wear. I want to wear purple tones. And I feel like purple or lilac is sort of the color this spring, this summer. I see a lot of companies pulling out eye palettes in purple or lilac tones. And of course I have Sorcery. I love them. Beautiful. Chef's kiss. Mwah. Okay, now let's go through this. I have 2 of the Dior Backstage palettes. This is in the shade Khaki Neutrals. This is in the shade 02 Smoky Essentials. This has a bit of burgundy in it, but it actually works pretty well. I have 2 of the Charlotte Tilbury quads, which I absolutely adore. This is in Golden Goddess. Love, 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 love. I have, this is, I think, Rock Chick, which I also adore and love. This is a Rowan quad in 52 degrees. It's a cream shadow. Absolutely love this. I have 2 of the NARS Duo. I don't know if they are discontinuing this because I don't see it a lot. I have St. Paul Devance. And this one is in Hammermet. Now, unfortunately, this broke while traveling, so I have the remainder of it packed in this little container. A lot of controversy over the Patrick Tar quads, but I'll be very honest. These were my most used products during the holiday season last year. I love them so much. This is Still at the Club. Beautiful. And this is the golden one. Do you know who I am? Gorgeous. I have 2 of the Lisa Eldridge liquid shadows. This is in the shade Zora and this is in the shade Tatiana. This is one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes. It's from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Super Nudes. It contains all matte and it's just an easy, great way to create a wonderful, sophisticated look. These are the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize pots. I have them in rose gold, oyster pearl, and star gold. I love them. I, in fact, sort of decanted a bit of this into a Mayo pack. So these are the three shades. I love these. And finally, we're coming to the end at long last. I have three cream shadows from Addiction Tokyo. I love these so much. They are all in different shades of brown. This is in almond. This is in Cafe Solaire. Beautiful. They blend so well on my skin tone in particular. They do tend to crease, but I just love these shades so much. And the last one is Burnt Amber. They are absolutely gorgeous. I cannot recommend them enough. But yes, they do crease. So I don't mind. I like the lived-in look. So I tend to just smudge them around anytime they tend to crease. So this was my entire makeup collection. I don't know if you can tell, but I am exhausted. I'm going to go and grab myself a glass of wine and pull myself back together. In the meantime, I am posting a picture of the total count of the numbers of items that I have. And eventually, I do want to assign a dollar number to this as well because I really want to jar myself into seeing just how much I spend on makeup. I do have no regrets. I tend to buy when there's sale, but even then, I just want to be mindful of opening up my purse for a lot of what are usually frivolous expenses. I think we're all in this mindset now where we want to be more mindful of where we put our money. So I hope this is the start of a journey for not just me, but for you as well to appreciate our collection a lot more, to dig deeper into what we really have, and to really save up our coin for experiences or things that just feel a little bit more worthwhile. That's it, everyone. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you back next time. Bye.